And finally tonight, our Person of the Week. There was another name on the short list for the Nobel Peace Prize today. Malala, 16 years old, the youngest nominee. She was shot because she spoke up for the 31 million girls around the world who cannot get an.
Every United States citizen has unalienable rights, including both genders, all religions, all ages, and all people. However, until 1920, women had to fight for theirs. The 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote and was the start of the never-ending battle of equality. This is shown not just in the United States, but all around the world, especially in educational systems. The abusement of women's rights in education is strongly observed as Malala Yousafzai endeavors justice for not only herself but her country as well in the autobiographical novel I Am Malala. Malala being a Pakistani young woman that grew up in Mangora of Swat Valley and fought this battle every day as the Taliban took over her country that she called home. They destroyed houses and schools and forced women to hide their true selves, all because of a conflict between two religious groups, the Sunni and the Shia.
Malala tells her life and journey through the pages of her book. She starts off with reconciled memories of sympathy from the townspeople because of her gender. They felt sorry that she was born a girl in a country that was only fit for women to birth children and provide the daily meals. However, to the Yousafzai family, being a girl was something to be proud of. At a young age, Malala noticed she was restricted from doing normal activities men could do. But her father, Zayuddin, changed that for her. He founded the first school for girls in their community, and his daughter attended until grade 4, the official deadline for women's education in Pakistan. Many of Malala's education is what formed her beliefs. Her father and her advocated for many things that their country found controversial, so much that one Islamic scholar known as Malala started a campaign of intimidation after observing young women attending Zayuddin's Kushal school, due to it being forbidden under the Sharia law and the Quran. They compromised on a gate that would shield the girls from being seen by the boys, but unfortunately in 2004, both genders were separated completely.
During this time, life became very dull as the leader of the Taliban, Maulana Fazlullah, prohibited TVs, DVDs, Western music, board games, and preached against women's freedom. Fazlullah strictly enforced the use of purdas, which is a curtain to screen off women in the Pakistani culture. Malala recalls her mother saying, "Hide your face, people are looking at you," and she replied, "It doesn't matter, I am also looking at them." Men were allowed to flirt, but women were to remain reproachable, and only one radio station was allowed to be listened to, and that was Fazlullah's, sermoning that loyalty towards him would be rewarded by Allah and non-followers would be punished. These manipulation tactics can be seen as Machiavellian, leading Malala to ponder many nights about the thought of, if one man can destroy everything, why can't one girl change it?
Malala enjoyed school until Fazlullah's threats became a reality. The Taliban bombed over 400 schools in 2008 and soon announced that they'd be closing down all girls' schools. Malala declared that the Taliban could take their pens and books, but they couldn't stop our minds from thinking. She soon found herself, as well as many other girls, feeling targeted and fearful for their lives in a place that was supposed to be a safe setting. As she fought for justice, Malala expressed herself through the words, stating, "School is every child's right, and while a woman's face may remain hidden, her voice cannot be silenced."
To take action, so it becomes the last time. So it becomes the last time that we see a child deprived of education.
Due to the dangerous situation of the Taliban, the Yousafzai family moved to Karshot, where her mother grew up. Malala remembers the heartache she felt as she left what once was her home, but felt even heavier as she returned to Swat Valley to witness the damage caused by the Pakistani army and the Taliban. After their return, her family discovered the Taliban was claiming that the Kushal school was promoting vulgarity and obscenity by allowing schoolgirls to take part in learning. Malala soon found herself as a target as she was a female enrolled in school while advocating for it.
Two men approach a Pakistani school bus like this one, men with beards and a gun, a Colt 45. One of them climbs on the bus and asks a question. Who is Malala? She doesn't remember what
October
happened
9th, 2012, a death threat towards Malala was made and followed through with. Because of her advocacy towards women's rights, 2 men from the Taliban approached her bus and shot her 3 times, along with 2 of her peers, who were also young women. The tragedy resulted in 100,000 rupee compensation, which is about equivalent to $1,425 to pay for her treatment. Malala was left with the inability to speak, write, no muscle control in the left side of her face, and blurred vision. All because she stood up for women's rights in attending school.
under Malala's skin. But as it heads toward her brain, that bone turns out to be so strong and curved, it forces the bullet to ricochet away and instead smashes her eardrum, severs the nerve in her face, and hits her shoulder. Still, doctors have no idea if she'll ever walk or see or be able to speak again. They are amazed when moments after her eyes open, she uses a letterboard to spell out in English the words country and then father.
The Taliban may have tried to weaken her, but the pain Malala endured only made her stronger. Being the winner of over 25 awards, including the International Children's Peace Prize and the Nobel Peace Prize in 2014, Malala Yousafzai became a name everybody would know worldwide. Education teaches more than childbirthing and cooking. After all, Malala said, life isn't just about taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide.
Malala's book and journey are just a stepping stone for increasing women's rights, especially through education, throughout the entire world. It spreads her important message as well as talking about the troubles she faced throughout it. With this book, she has inspired girls everywhere to take a stand for the 31 million girls that do not have an education, and makes us feel grateful for the rights we already have been given in the United States.